Hello. Welcome back to another video. This is Gabriel.meneses, your e-commerce coach. And today we're talking about Shopify branding. This is just amazing because everyone starts always with product research, actually how to build a store, but no one talks about what comes before that. People rush in the process of branding. Obviously, they always ask, okay, what's going on here? What's actually the problem with branding? Okay, so this is what we're talking about today, okay? Shopify branding, how to actually get started with your brand before you start doing anything else, okay? If you are in the e-commerce space, online business space, this means that you're actually a different type of person because you want to make it happen for you inside the online space, internet, from your computer, anywhere you are working. Okay, so this is set up. Now you need to find a product, something that you actually want to get and start scaling. Okay, so the first thing that you need to think about is, okay, what makes you happy? What actual brand can you start scaling? Okay, it's not about finding an AliExpress product, Alibaba, and you start white labeling a product just because maybe this product doesn't make you happy in a way that when you see yourself in the future and you start scaling this brand, then you will be like, well, this is not what I really wanted. This niche, this specific type of business is not something that I was looking for, and obviously you will be unhappy. Okay, so the first thing that you need to think of is, okay, what I like, what makes me happy, and then you start from there. Okay, so number two is to actually, after you find that, go ahead and start your mission. Okay, so right here you start in the fitness niche, for example. It's something that you're passionate about, it's something that you know like a lot, you're always working out, you're inside the niche, you're always consuming content around that, and you want to get started that way, that path. Okay, and then you ask yourself, okay, what's the mission if I start creating a brand in the fitness space, for example? What's the outcome? Do I want to actually make people happier, healthier? What's my goal here? Okay, so here it's not about just finding a product just because and that's it. Okay, this is something that's going long term, and everything that I teach inside my YouTube channel is for you to not only like find a winning product 3 months and then go ahead to the next. Is something for you to scale, something that you can keep up, build a real brand, and actually be one of the best ones at it. Okay, so right here you find your mission. Okay, actually write it on paper and put it, okay, this is what I want to do. I have the best protein powder and this is what I want to actually offer, something that's affordable for many people. I had this problem before, and X, Y, and Z. You need to go ahead and specifically, so then later on when you need to make decisions, it will be easier for you because whatever is outside of your main mission statement is not relevant to your business. Okay, and again, this is super easy to just get all over the place whenever opportunities come your way, whenever you start scaling and all of these. So you need to have a core mission statement super established. Okay, then number two is to have some values put into place. Okay, let's say that you found a supplier in China that they do things that you don't agree with, maybe the type of labor or something like that doesn't align with your brand values. Okay, and even it's way cheaper, but actually it will actually not correlate with your brand values, and that's something that you need to put into place in the beginning. You need to think of your business, your brand in the long term, and then write down some values and something that you can stand. Okay, and that comes with also boundaries, which is super important. Okay, then also you write your values and they're your boundaries. When is the time for you to say no to some things? Okay, let's say that you got 2 employees, 3 employees, and you have certain boundaries with work times, weekends, etc. So you need to respect these guidelines. So this is something that you need to also put into place. And again, everything comes into branding. Okay, this sounds super vague, super like, okay, this is what everyone says when you start a business, but no, you need to have it clear, written down, so you actually respect that as your business constitution. Think about any country, they have a constitution that they respect and all of these. The same way your business needs to have certain things in place to be able to scale, and everyone is on the same page when they start working. Okay, so one, mission, values, and boundaries. Okay, then after that, obviously your business is well on your way, and you actually need to get something of your language. Okay, you need to start thinking about the copywriting of your website and all of these. So start putting words into paper, just defining the type of company that you have. What I mean by that is just get 40 to 50 words written down. Okay, this, like a specific word defines my business. Okay, maybe some of the values that you got, put them in a piece of paper that you can actually tell people, okay, what your business stands for. So these 50 words that you can read here, so they can get a scope of the business. Okay, this is only like a way for them to guide. Let's say that you got a new employee and they come in, so you can tell them, listen, this is what we stand for, like 30 to 50 words, so you can have an idea. So let's say that you are a hiking company, nature, healthy, green company, and then you can start putting some words that align next to these specific core values. Okay, so the language is super important, and then this will be relevant when you start doing your copywriting also. Okay, then following that is your specific niche. Okay, once you have your mission, values, and all of that, you need to actually niche down and find some place that you actually want to work. Okay, as you know, for example, fitness is a huge niche. You have your female fitness, you have male, you have different diets, you have a ton of things, equipment, you have many niches inside the fitness industry. So you need to go ahead and start niching down and have it clear. Okay, so this is the place that you can actually start writing down your specific industry and your expertise, where you want to actually be known for. Okay, following that, obviously each niche has an audience. Okay, it's not the same. For example, I'm teaching you e-commerce, okay, but there are many people that's teaching affiliate marketing, many people that's teaching Instagram marketing, etc. It's a different audience, is a different niche. So this is where you need to get specific. Who is my target customer? Who is actually watching my content on Instagram and all of this? Who is actually purchasing from my store? So this is where you need to get super, super detailed. If you start without having a specific niche, without having a specific target demo and audience, it will be super, super rough for you to create content, to run ads, to do anything of that. Okay, so that's why you need to take the time. I'm talking like at least 2 to 4 weeks to actually get down all of these branding aspects of your business before we get started. Okay, and this again is for a business that you want to scale. If for a business that you see doing this for a while. Okay, I'm not talking for people that want to scale a store like for 2 weeks and then close it and then do the same process in 2 weeks and then close it. Obviously, this is super tiring. This is something that is not the best way for you to actually scale an e-commerce store. If you want to build something long term, again, this is the best way to do it. Okay, so then after that, obviously comes your community and your competitors. Okay, so your community is basically the stakeholders of your company in a way that, let's say, YouTube channels that are relevant, future, let's say, brand collaborations, people making podcasts around your industry, and all of these. Okay, create a list of these people. Okay, like 100 different people that are actually relevant in your specific niche, relevant to your audience. They share the same audience, etc. This way, it will be easier for you when it's time to create collaborations and start networking with them. Okay, you go to different podcasts, you show up on different articles, Facebook groups, you do collaborations and all of this. This is huge because this is one of the methods for advertisements that you will be using later on. Okay, because it's not only about paid Facebook ads, pay advertisement, is not only about SEO, it's also about organic marketing, networking, and all of these. So you can actually get from other audiences, start fishing in different ponds that are actually relevant to your industry. Okay, so this community of people, go ahead, a piece of paper, and write down 100 different accounts, 100 different influencers, 100 different people that you want to actually connect with. Most of them, they won't answer you, but the ones that do, they will be actually game changers for your business. Okay, then obviously the competitor research part, which is super important. Go ahead, also write down 50 competitors that are relevant, that actually have the same product service that you want to offer, and then go ahead and start learning from them. I always tell you, go ahead, learn and then improve, learn and improve. This way it will be easier for you to scale. Okay, then we have the actual branding that everyone knows. After all of this is the branding that everyone is too lazy to do. Okay, this is the branding that actually matters before you do anything else. Then we jump into the branding that everyone knows, which is the checklist that most likely when you click this video you were looking for. So this one is brand colors. Okay, obviously you work with your brand colors. There are many websites that can help you do this. If you want a specific video on how to create a color palette, all of these for your specific e-commerce e-commerce stores, let me know in the comments and I will make a video on how to do a step-by-step brand colors, okay? But this is something that you need to have as soon as you start your Shopify store, and that's why it's inside this checklist, okay? You need to have certain brand colors and then respect that, and don't do anything else besides outside those colors, okay? So think about big businesses, they all have a color and they don't post in different color palettes and all of that. So make sure that you have certain brand colors. Then we have the fonts, obviously super important. The same happens here. You need to respect the fonts that you have and don't start using 3 different fonts inside your website, inside your piece of advertisement, videos, photos, Instagram posts, or anything that you do, okay? Then we have logo design, super important. But again, this is the one when you think about branding, everyone thinks about, oh, logo, I need my logo. No, a logo is not a branding. A logo is one of the parts from the branding process, and it's something that actually adds value, but it's not a make or break deal, okay? This is something also that evolves, okay? A logo, maybe you found one specific logo today, then in 2 weeks you'll be able to change it because you're just getting started. Your business is evolving, and then you learn, oh, this logo doesn't resonate with the actual audience that I want. Let me go ahead and change it and tweak it a little bit. So don't sweat it if you don't have a professional logo as soon as you start, because most likely at some point your logo will change, okay? So go ahead and start from what you have, okay? Then obviously we have the store theme, which is something that you need to respect, okay? As soon as you start building your e-commerce store, don't start changing your themes and everything, because it will be strange every time that you send people and retarget people and they see a different website, etc. They will feel different about your brand if they see a new design every time they enter, okay? So as soon as you pick a theme, try to stay consistent for at least 1 year so they actually know what's going on, okay? Then you can do a revamp, you can actually rebrand your store and do a full rebranding, but don't do this too often because then it will be a little bit strange for the visitors, okay? Again, don't confuse this with the logo. The logo is something that you start right away and maybe it will change in a few weeks after you do it for the first time. But again, don't be changing your logo also too often, okay? So again, logo and design theme, don't change it too often, but stick to it as soon as you find one, okay? Brand fonts and the colors again also. Okay, so after this is the main checklist that you need to keep in mind, okay? After this, you need to start customizing your email signature, which needs to actually match with the right brand colors, the fonts, and the people. You can also put your picture so they know that you're a human and you're doing customer support. This is something that's super important, so make sure that you create an email signature that's super easy to do. There are a ton of programs that do this for you. If you're using G Suite, whatever program that you're using for email, just go ahead and make sure that you have a brand signature. If you're using MailerLite, you're using Klaviyo, or anything that you're using, make sure that you have a professional email signature, okay? So for this one, if you want a specific tutorial on how to do this for your e-commerce store, let me know in the comments. I'll do it step by step, okay? Also, number 14, store hosting and domain. This is important. Some people, I get some Shopify reviews. They're like, well, why I'm not getting any sales or anything like that. And they have a domain from Shopify, blah, blah, blah. They don't have a custom domain. They don't have like a brand domain. It doesn't look professional. So make sure that you buy your hosting and domain. Your hosting will be most likely Shopify, and your domain will be the actual domain that you're buying for your store. So make sure that you go ahead and find a clear domain that speaks straight to your customer, something that's easy to write and something that's not, too long. So this is about the domain. So make sure that you have a custom domain. Then obviously number 15, business email. So this is super common. Some people do business with the @gmail.com. Go ahead and purchase an email hosting, something that looks professional. So it's like info@ and then the name of your brand.com. This is super easy to do. What I use is G Suite, but up to you, whatever platform that you want to use. But make sure that you have a business email. This looks way more professional. So when you do customer support, they know it's a real company. They know that this is a serious thing that's going on, okay? Then finally, we have business cards. This is up to you. If you know that you're doing also business outside, you're working with suppliers and all of this, maybe you have a local, supplier and you need business cards for some way, shape or form. Or if you meet someone, who are you? Maybe a business card is something that you need to have, okay? You never know. So used to be more relevant before, but if you know that you're growing, it's something that's, it's like $50, $30 that you can buy from many companies that you can actually use and create business cards. And also there are digital business cards. If you want that, you can do like a QR code or anything like that. So it's up to you, but it's something that you need to keep in mind if you want to add into your branding, and it's something that helps. It doesn't hurt to have some of them, like 150 business cards just to have, okay? So besides that, this is the initial branding checklist. Go ahead and start working on this. If you are serious about e-commerce, Shopify, or anything like that, follow these. Make sure you have everything in check and get started right away, okay? So if you like this, there is an e-commerce toolkit that you will get even more value from it. You have my product research calculator, supplier and influencer templates, Facebook ads course, strike order page, SEO checklist, Google and YouTube ads. You have ads guide. You have so much value here. You can find it in the description and also in the pinned comment, heymeneses.com/toolkit, okay? And then that'll be all for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, and comment down below if you want more content just like this one, okay? I'll see you in the next one. Take care.